Hey traders, Parker here. We got another indicator. Today I've been introducing you to the Better MACD. If you watched the end of the video I did on the market sector rotation, you got to see a preview of this indicator. Uh, right now I have it on Tesla, and we're just going to look into it real quick. Right now, as you can see from the previous video, this is a temporary short-term area of supply, and this is short-term area of demand. Could turn to a long-term, depending on the daily chart. But let's bring it over. Let's maximize this one. Let's take a look at what's going on. So I have it set on the factory settings of 12, 26, and 9. And what makes this one different from the regular one is one, the fact that it colors the bars, and the other one, MACD is telling you, hey, it's white right now, but it's still below zero. The MACD line is this gold line, and on here it's the blue line. Then you have your average is purple, and then on here this white line is the average. I'm just gonna increase it real quick, or I'm going to actually change those to be the same. Average purple. There's the same ones, but as you can see, the MACD is still below zero. So you looking at this and saying, hey, I'm going to take this trade. The difference is above zero, but the MACD line actually is still below zero. So that's what makes mine different than the previous one. As you can see, it has a transition in here as well. It goes from bright red to dry red, and then to pink, showing you, hey, there's still MACD line still below zero. And that's one of the differences that I desired when I was using MACD, that I didn't want to take really a lot of trades while the MACD is below zero. I wanted to take trades when MACD line was above zero. I wanted a better indication of it as well. We can push it over to here. You can see, hey, you got a crossover, but it's still below zero. Once it finally does cross above zero and the MACD line is moving up, you get bright green. And when the two lines are starting to converge and the MACD line is no longer moving up, but the average is moving up, you get this lime green color. You get this downtrend, but neither one is crossed below zero. So it helps you stay in the trade a little longer, in my opinion. Even though you got this, it moved over, and that's when you got this dark green color into the light color, because MACD was moving up. It was above zero, but it was still below its average line. And then once it finally did cross above its average, you get the bright green, and you just get what it does when it's when there's a divergence and convergence. Here and here, I probably would have went ahead and exited out of the trade, because MACD line here is basically below zero. And right now we're looking at Tesla, and this is what I see. This short-term supply area, with this short-term on the 5-minute chart, this area of demand. So hopefully Tesla can overcome this and have some type of impact, or get back above this area. But right now it's struggling, just got in that area and just needs volume to get there. But today might not be the best day for it. So we can move over to the daily chart. If you watched the last video, you looking at the monthly levels. This gold line is a pivot line. The white lines are the opens for each month. Every other line is from the previous month. So this will be April's current open price. This white line. This will be March's close, March's high, and March's low. And you can see how it lines up with each high, each low, and that closing price. And anything over here is the current. This is the current high for April. This is the pivot line for April. This is the current close for April. And this is the current low for April. But you can see how the MACD line really just made a difference. Or it let me change that one the same way I had it, the previous one with the gold. If you notice, everything I create is fully customizable. Even the colors that you see in the in the difference within the MACD, you can change all this colors too. You can change all this stuff. Anything that I create, usually I take the end user in mind. I want them to be able to do any and everything that they want to do with it. Especially if these colors don't work for you, I use them as transition colors, but you can change to whatever colors you want to change them to. And this is what you basically get. I really like this run up from here, and then you just it's, for me, it helps you stay in the trade longer. And that's what you're seeing over here. You're seeing a lot of choppiness, but overall, the MACD never went, well, it did go below zero. No, it never did go below zero. The MACD line did. Never did go below zero, even though difference went below zero because MACD went below its average. But it never did go below zero, and it helped you stay in the trade, or helped me stay in the trade longer. Yeah, you would have gotten out over here, or you could have looked at this being a top, especially if something is crossed back below its previous month's high and that support and then hold. And it actually did hit this pivot point and came back up. And that's basically it. And this is I call it the CW part, the Better MACD indicator, kind of like my Better Darvas box indicator. If you're unfamiliar with that, and this would be my Better MACD Darvas box. I got rid of the monthly levels, and this is basically a Darvas box. And what you're seeing is, let me make sure I'm showing this correctly so you won't think it's the one from the previous one. And I actually updated where you can choose to use the high of the use the highs from the high and low, or you can use the high and low of the bodies of the candles. And this is just, the gold line is just a midpoint for the Darvas box, and it has this it has its own target levels and risk reward levels as well when it comes to it as well. So today you could have took well, not actually today. What day is it? On 26th, you got a short signal for Tesla because it broke down below this Darvas box line, and this was the first target on Tesla. But as we can see, it came back to this Darvas box right here, to this midpoint anyway. That's what Tesla is kind of at right there. And this would be the new Darvas box being formed right here. And that's the benefit of using the Darvas box. And like I always say, you always want to use it in conjunction with something else so you can make sure you have confluence on what's going on in the stock. Here would have been a nice buy signal right here on Tesla at this what level is this? 888. If you're using the Better MACD, you could have seen it right there. Hey, this looks like a great opportunity, especially because once price moves above this, even though you got this down area, you still have this previous Darvas box here to help you out. And once price moves above the midline of the Darvas box, you're going to get your stop level from the box, and you have an opportunity to go ahead and place your trade or open a trade here and wait for it to get hit and then go from there. But this is the end of the video, and I appreciate you guys taking the chance to time to watch the video, and I hope that you can appreciate the Better MACD indicator. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. And please, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I wish you all the best and stay safe out there. The market's looking rough.